If you want to work in the fashion industry and you're looking to build your first or your next fashion portfolio, but you believe that it is hard for you because you don't have experience, maybe you don't even have a fashion degree, so that you don't have anything to show in your portfolio, in this video I'm going to share with you how it is absolutely possible to build your strong fashion portfolio and land your first job in fashion, even if you never had experience in fashion before. It is actually very important that you build your portfolio even before your first ever job in fashion, because it's actually this portfolio that is going to help you land your first internship in fashion. Nowadays, a portfolio is more important than a resume and a cover letter, and it's no longer just for fashion designers or photographers. A fashion portfolio is necessary for whatever career in fashion you want to pursue. You need one even if you want to work in marketing, in PR, as a stylist, if you want to get into buying, merchandising. And in this video, I'm sharing with you how you can build one, whatever is your career that you want to pursue, and also even if you never had experience before. I hear this all the time from fashion students that I mentor and aspiring fashion professionals, and I actually believed in this as well when I first wanted to get into fashion. That it's very hard to stand out when you don't have experience. But listen, the thing is that what fashion recruiters are looking for is not plenty of experience, especially when you're at the beginning of your career. They hire interns and entry level without experience every single day. What you need is proof that you can actually already think out someone who's already inside the fashion industry. Actually, something very important is that when a portfolio is coming from someone without experience, this is even stronger for a fashion recruiter, because they will immediately ask, okay, but where did she or he learn all of these things if she doesn't have experience? This means that if you build a strong portfolio with the right projects that look like you're already intern in fashion, but you actually haven't, they will be even more impressed than a portfolio from someone coming with experience, because they will appreciate your initiative, your knowledge, your deep research, and your understanding of the role. So actually, if you don't have experience, your portfolio might even be stronger than someone with experience. Recruiters don't want just to see where you worked at. They want to see how you think, how you solve problems, how you know the processes of the role that you're about to get. And you can show all of this knowledge through a portfolio. So in this video, we are going to cover what is a portfolio, why you need one, especially in 2026, what fashion recruiters want to see a portfolio, how to build one without experience, how to build one faster, and common mistakes that I see in portfolios whenever I review them. So let's begin. What is a fashion portfolio? A fashion portfolio is a collection of skills, knowledge that you have about the fashion industry, but not about the fashion industry in general, but about a specific role and the role that you want to pursue. In a competitive industry such as fashion, and in AI world where resume and cover letters can be generated in a couple of seconds, a portfolio is even more important than your resume and cover letter to land the job. Your CV is going to tell recruiters what you studied, your experience. Your portfolio is going to show them what you can really do. And especially when you don't have experience, the portfolio is that document which is going to help you land your first internship in fashion more than any resume or any cover letter. The fashion job market has changed dramatically in the past years, and a fashion portfolio is going to help you stand out. First, because not so many people are sending a portfolio and everyone typically applies with just a resume, so they will already appreciate your initiative. And secondly, like I said already in the previous videos, fashion recruiters nowadays are looking for people who can contribute from day one. This is why you need a portfolio, because it's through this document that you can really demonstrate that you have that knowledge, that skills that you really need to get started in the fashion industry. Many times recruiters have to guess and find out from your CV that you are the right person for the job. Instead, with a portfolio, you show them, you put your knowledge, your skills in front of them. But not just your knowledge, but also your initiative. And this is something very valuable for recruiters. They are looking for people who are proactive. Your mindset, your attitudes matter even more than your skills many times. So let's talk about what fashion recruiters want to see in a portfolio. They don't just want to see nice projects. They want to see projects that are aligned with the role that you want to get. A fashion marketing portfolio is not the same as a fashion designer portfolio. A fashion styling portfolio is not the same as a fashion photography portfolio. Your portfolio should show that you understand what the role is about, their day-to-day responsibilities, the task. Because when a recruiter opens your portfolio and they say that you already worked on a task that is very typical for the job that you want to pursue, this is when you impress them. This is how you are not looking like a beginner anymore, but you look like someone who is already stepping inside the industry, even if you're just outside yet. So instead of creating just nice, visual appealing projects, start asking, what problem would I solve if I worked already in that role? For example, if you want to work in fashion marketing, in your portfolio, show how you would market a product or how you will launch a new collection, a new campaign. If you want to work in PR, think about how you would plan an influencer seeding strategy, or how you would collect press clippings after a fashion show or after a global launch, or how you would write a press release. If you want to become a stylist, think about how you would translate looks from a mood board, or how you would manage samples from stylists, PR, which brands you would select that are aligned with that story. These are the tasks that fashion professionals deal with every single day. So when your portfolio includes projects that replicate real responsibilities, this is when you're able to show to recruiters that you already know how the job works. And even if these projects are self-initiated or they're coming from a course like my Fashion Internship Simulator, they still demonstrate real industry skills and initiative, which is exactly what fashion companies are looking for in candidates for internships and entry-level positions. So here's how to build a portfolio even if you don't have experience and you've never done an internship before. Step 1. Choose the role first. You need to tailor your portfolio to the role that you want to get. A fashion styling portfolio is not the same as a fashion marketing one, it's not the same as a fashion PR one, it's not the same as a buying one. So for examples, stylists create the mood board, the styling breakdown, samples management. Fashion marketers develop product launches, campaign strategies. They also monitor KPIs. PR professionals plan influencer seeding and PR strategies. Designers showcase design processes, research and collection development. Photographers present shoot and visual storytelling. So it's important that you decide first which is the role that you want to pursue in fashion, so that then you can come up with the project that is aligned with the role. Step number 2 is actually understanding what the role is about. So study the job description of your dream internship and understand what are the real tasks. Then choose a couple of tasks and turn them into the project that you're going to execute in your portfolio. Step 3, turn each task into a complete portfolio project. So once you have chosen a task from the job description, it's time to turn it into a proper project so that you can present it into a properly formatted PDF. So you have to develop it step by step. Research the brand or the concept, define the objective of your project, build the creative or the strategic concept, create visuals, mood boards or campaign ideas, explain your decisions and strategy. The goal is not just to show the final results, but also to show inside this portfolio all of the processes from your research, how you think, and how you solve problems. Recruiters love seeing the behind the scenes of your ideas, all of your thinking, all of the steps that got you to the final output. Step 4, present everything into a polished portfolio. You need a PDF. Something like 5 to 10 pages is okay for each project of your portfolio. Make sure that you have an introduction page, then 5 to 8 pages for your project development, and then a conclusion page. Step 5, use this portfolio when you apply for fashion jobs and internships. Upload it when you're applying online. Attach it to the email when you're submitting called spontaneous applications. Add it to your LinkedIn profile. I also personally teach to my students to add their portfolio to their resume. This is very powerful because if a recruiter hasn't opened your portfolio yet, or if you have worked on multiple projects, you can add the links to your portfolio inside your resume. For example, for the students of my Fashion Internship Simulator, in their education section, they can add the Fashion Internship Simulator from Glam Observer, the date of when they took the course, and then they add 3 bullet points, one for each project. Fashion Marketing and PR for Saint Laurent and Miu Miu, and they link that to that project that they uploaded, for example, on a Google Drive folder with the link to their PDF. So if a recruiter is interested, they're going to click on that link and they're going to land on the Google Drive PDF so they can scroll through the project. Same thing for the second project, fashion styling, where they style looks based on a mood board that I sent to them, where they manage samples, they can make that line on the resume clickable. And same for the internship for a week. So they built an entire issue of Vogue. So from defining the team to building the masthead to developing the cover and the campaign, etc. So they can make that part of their resume clickable. So if a recruiter potentially is interested, they can actually check all of the 3 portfolios. So even if you can only send one project because you're only sending the most relevant one, when they see your resume, they're going to see that you have 3, 4 different projects you worked on these courses. This also shows that you didn't just took a course, but you also worked on real projects. And it's very smart for you to actually link them to your resume as well. So if creating projects sounds overwhelming, it is because it actually could be. But if you have the right guidance, it can become actually simple and you can actually build a portfolio in just a weekend. For example, you can check out my fashion internship simulator if you want to. It is a guided breakdown of 4 powerful projects, marketing, PR, styling, editorial, that you can work on from your laptop. You don't have to guess about what to include on page 1, page 7, everything is included. I will leave you the link in the description so you can check out the fashion internship simulator. There is also something very important that people overlook when it comes to building your portfolio. While you're building your portfolio, you're not just building a document that you can showcase to recruiters, but you're also acquiring many skills and knowledge along the way. So for example, if in your marketing portfolio you are showing to recruiters that you did a competitor analysis, you have acquired so much knowledge doing that project. You're acquiring practical skills that you're actually going to use in your fashion job. So this is not just something that you're building for recruiters. You are at the same time showing this project, but also learning skills, knowledge, and you are showing to recruiters not just a beautiful project, but also the fact that you are learning about all of these practical skills that you will need in your job. So these are not just portfolio pieces. These are actually industry exercises that are teaching you the job. So you're learning practical skills along the way. A strong portfolio opens you the doors to the fashion industry, but a weak one can actually close you the doors. So be very careful with how you build your fashion portfolio. Here are some common mistakes that I see when reviewing portfolio. Many people include all the projects just for the sake of having one portfolio, just because they believe that having one is better than not having anything. But many times a poor portfolio can actually weaken your application. So many times it's actually better to not send any portfolio than sending one with old projects that perhaps are not even aligned with the role that you want to get now, or they're not reflecting your current skills. In many cases, it's much more effective to create a new project from scratch than submitting old ones just because you're in a rush and you believe that it is just fine to just submit any portfolio. Another common mistake that I see is just submitting a portfolio with nice projects. Just because those are nice projects, it doesn't mean that they're relevant for the role. For example, if you're going to work on a fashion show production portfolio, but you're applying for a role that is not linked to fashion shows, then you should not submit that portfolio. You should submit one that is mostly aligned with the role that you want to get. Because recruiters are looking at the skills that you're showing them in your portfolio. Furthermore, if you're submitting a project that is not aligned with the career that you want to pursue, you are showing them that you're not actually understanding what the role is about. Because if you show me skills that are related to another role and you apply for another one, it shows to recruiters that you don't understand what the role is about, or that you just didn't do the extra work to put together a portfolio that is most aligned with the new role you're applying for now. If you worked on multiple projects, like I said, you can still use them. You can link them to your resume and you can upload them on LinkedIn, but the portfolio that you're going to submit, if you have to choose just one PDF, make sure that the one that you're submitting is the strongest one and the most aligned with the role that you want to get. Another common mistake that I see when building portfolio is having a messy or unprofessional layout. Your presentation matters. We are in fashion. So make sure that your portfolio is also presented in a very polished, well-formatted way. So make sure that you use professional fonts, not too nice fonts, but use more simple fonts. Make sure also that your font size is the same across the pages, that you have the margins in your pages, that your images have a high resolution. All of these details matter. Remember that when you're submitting your portfolio, you're also showing your presentation skills. So make sure that you curate it. Another mistake that I see is that many people show the results without the process. The recruiters don't want to see the outcome, they want to see how you're thinking. So that's why in your portfolio you should have a breakdown of different pages that then shows the recruiters how you got to the final result. Each page should be targeting one activity that you're doing in order to come up with the final outcome of your project. Like for example, if you're building a marketing project, you are also adding in your portfolio competitor analysis, market research. So it shows that you did your research in order to come up with your final idea about which is the best marketing strategy for that brand. Or if you're a stylist and you're building your styling portfolio, instead of just showing your final style looks, make sure that you share also the process. Like you reviewed the mood board, then you did your research about the brands, then you selected the looks that were most aligned with the story that you wanted to share. So you didn't just build nice looks. Don't just submit a page with style looks if you want to get into styling. Show the entire process. Even sample management is something that matters. Many portfolios also lack a clear explanations of what you did. For example, on the pages, it's not clear what you have done there. So make sure that you also add a small description so that recruiters are guided through your portfolio project. They don't know anything about the project you worked on. So guide them so they understand what you worked on. Everything becomes more clear even for a person who is seeing that portfolio for the first time. Okay, so creating a fashion portfolio is not about just putting nice projects together. It is about showing the right skills for the project. It is about showing them that you already know what the job is about. You already know the processes. You have tried to put yourself into the step of your future dream role. So you did your research, you acquired skills, you have the knowledge, you have the initiative, you have the proactivity that they're looking for. So do not wait to have your first job to build your portfolio. Your fashion career can actually start earlier, before you land your first job in fashion. And it's actually this pre-work that is going to help you land a job in fashion faster and help you stand out in this competitive industry when so many applicants are looking to get the same job at the top companies of the industry. If you need help on building these professional portfolios or you need help on how to get a job in fashion, I'm going to leave you in the description of this video the links to my Break into the Fashion Industry course and the Fashion Internship Simulator course, and also free resources for your career in fashion. Thank you so much and bye for now.